Hello fabulous ones, welcome back to my channel. I am Marlo Keenan, and if you're new here, welcome to the fabulous family. Today we are going to be reviewing the new JUVIA'S Place I Am Magic foundation. I'm super excited about this one. We will not be playing any games. Let's get right into the video. All right. Let's get right into it. So this, as you know, been popping all over the YT. Okay, so you know I had to go get it because I love doing foundation reviews. So as always, you guys know that I will be covering the application, coverage, and longevity. Okay, so before we get into that, let's look online and see what they say about it. So this foundation has 42 shades. Okay, wonderful. It says JUVIA'S Place I Am Magic Foundation offers a smooth application with a natural and soft matte finish to give a flawless coverage. A great formula to even out the complexion, refine skin texture, and erase blemishes, maintaining the initial finish throughout the day. Suitable for all skin types, including sensitive and oily skin. Now, I have dry skin, so we are going to really put this to a test because people with dry skin and mature skin, you know, this could be extremely heavy from what I heard in terms of its coverage, but we're going to see how it performs on me so we can get an accurate perception because my skin can be like alligator, even though it's normal to dry right now because it's summertime. Okay, so this foundation retails for $20. Pretty good price. I got mine from Ulta. I have some points, and you could also use that $3.50 coupon to reduce that price because this is still considered at Ulta on the drugstore side. Okay, so when I was going to get my shade matched, oh my god, it was like an act of Congress. I was like, because there were just so many, and I felt that I was getting confused on whether to go higher or lower because the numbers are going backwards. It was just weird. My brain don't work that way. And then of course there were several different skin tones. So long story short, I got the shade in Savannah. Okay, I am tan now, but this is actually my wrong undertone. This is for cool olive undertones, but they didn't have my undertone. My undertone is more neutral, golden, yellow, obviously. But the only other one that they have that would match me is like Punta Cana, but they didn't have it. So in any event, I still got this one. I did swatch it like right there, and I feel that I couldn't do it really well because this is a foundation that you have to see how it looks like spread out your face. So look, we just gonna do it, and we just gonna make it work, and we're just gonna test the foundation just in general. So the shade match may be a little not right. So okay, so now you guys know how I usually do this. One side I'm gonna do with a beauty sponge, the other side I'm gonna do with a brush. So I am going to use a primer on one side just to see if it makes a difference, just because I just want to do it that way this time. So I'm gonna do my right side. I'm just gonna prime right there because I got like my pores are out of control. I'm just gonna prime right here, a little bit right here, and I'm gonna use a no pore blend primer by Touch and Soul. Okay, I like this primer. Okay, it's really good. Put this on my right hand. I'm just gonna pat that in just right here on the side. Guys, let's hope I remember. You see how it blurs out the pore? Do you see that? That's a big difference right there. And so I did moisturize this morning like it was nobody's business because I'm afraid, because this is a thick foundation. I'm telling you, it's thick. Okay, before we start applying, let's check out the packaging. I think it's super cute. It's definitely, you know, $20 worth because it's not nothing heavy. It's not in a bottle, doesn't have a pump, but it does have a little squeezy out thing, which I do love. It's standard 1.0 full fluid ounces. So I'm just putting a dot there, and the consistency of it is, look at that. Look how thick it is. It looks like soft peaks when you you know, whip eggs. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's some thick stuff right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go just a little bit at first, and I'm gonna do one side, and the right side is the one with the primer, and I'm gonna use the beauty sponge, and I'm gonna be using the Morphe beauty sponge. that's full coverage. Let me bring it down to my neck a little bit. Well, off the bat, I mean, it matches me pretty well. It looks super yellow on camera, I feel, but in real life, it does not look like that, you know, but I got my studio lights on here. So it applied really good with the beauty sponge. It spread just fine. I like it. It's super full coverage. Oh my God. And y'all know I don't be doing like full coverage like that. But so far so good. Wow. And it's so weird how it looks like, you know, because this is not my undertone, but I'm making it work. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, wow. I mean, I really do like it. Okay, from what it looks like, it spread just fine with the brush, but obviously it looked like I looked like I had more on this side. But you know, the beauty sponge naturally, obviously, really shears out the foundation. So if I had to choose between the beauty sponge and the brush, I would do the beauty sponge only because this is so super full coverage and it's so thick out. For me, I like it to be spread out and not so thick. But what it looks like on this side and what it looks like on this side is kind of basically the same. It is definitely matte, but you do see my skin is still glowing from within, and that's because I heavily moisturized because I knew this was a matte foundation. But it's not like, you know, I feel like it's very it's a matte, and I don't want to say like velvety. It's not like my all-nighter foundation, put it that way. And it feels moist to the touch. It has not dried down yet on this side. It has not dried down yet. But the coverage is, I do like it. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry down. Now, what I'm going to do is what time is it? It is exactly 9:30. I will be out all day at a family function. What I'm going to do though is I will conceal, but I'm not really going to set the makeup. You guys know I always like to see how a foundation is going to perform on its own. If it claims to be long wearing and all that jazz, then I don't feel that you need products to help that product perform, because they're not advertising other products. So that's the way I feel about it. But I will bronze up the skin and all of that jazz. So I will come back later on tonight and I will show you what my foundation is looking like, how it's holding up, and I will provide all the rest of my final commentary when I come back. So you don't want to miss it. Okay guys, I am back, and let's just talk about the elephant in the room. I know I look like a hot mess right now. I'm tired. It is now 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock, and the makeup's been on for 8.5 hours, okay, since 9:30. And I have been sweating. I have been outside, and it's literally storming outside, raining the whole night. So I've been sweating, then I got caught in the rain. My hair is frizzy as all get out. I'm just tired, honey. Okay, so this is not about my hair or anything like that or what I look like. This is about the foundation. So let's talk about it. Okay, first and foremost, I want to talk about that this shade was I made it work. It blended in, but it's my wrong undertone. Okay, but it was pretty close. So the foundation itself, the application, when I did it with the beauty sponge, I liked it. When I did it with the brush, I liked it. Obviously, the brush kept its full coverage to it, so that is always the case typically between the beauty sponge. Now, you guys saw that I only used a little bit, so I could have went ham and actually added more, but I have texture, I have dry skin, I have mature skin, and I felt if I would have put more on, I would have looked like a hot mess, okay? But nonetheless, it blended out very well. So the application was great. Let's talk about the coverage, full coverage, like it's nobody's business. It's full coverage. Even though I just used a little bit, I was able to see some of my freckles peeking out because I just didn't want to put on like the just for the reasons of why I said before. Okay, so that's going to be a really great thing, especially for those who really want that full coverage. This is going to perform on those with oily skin, combination skin, extremely well. And the finish, you know what I'm saying? It's matte, but it's not like super matte. Like my Urban Decay All Nighter is matter than this. This is like a more velvety type of matte. And I still have a glow, and I still had a glow when I first applied it, but I moisturized my skin very well. Right now, I have not set it. All I did after I applied the foundation, I did highlight with concealer, and I did bronze up the skin, and I do have highlighter on. But even before that, because I moisturized, you could still see the dewiness coming naturally from from under the foundation. Now, in terms of the longevity and wearability, okay, I was sweating, and when I sweat, I mostly sweat a lot right here. You know, that's where my perspiration comes from at first, obviously. And it looks like it did not even budge, to be honest with you. Now, the only thing that I did notice is these marks right here, and that's solely because I wear glasses. I have my glasses on. So, and again, I didn't set my nose or anything like that, you know, because I wanted to see how it would last. Had I set it with my like Fenty powder or anything like that, I feel that it would even, you know, last even longer, or it would have prevented it from breaking right here on my nose with my glasses. But I will tell you, this foundation held up very, very well. I'm not mad at it. Now, will I personally buy this again? I don't know, to be honest with you guys, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like, and I don't know if it was because it's the wrong undertone, I just feel like maybe the color is throwing me off a little bit for my liking, and also that I feel like some of my texture is just showing more around this area here, and I don't know if that's attributed to the foundation, or is that because I've had a little sun damage in the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to use this and play with this to see what it looks like, but I'm not mad at it. It's a good foundation for $20 daggone dollars. Okay, for $20 you can't beat it. And plus you're going to get the $3.50 if you have the coupon for Ulta. So it's like going to run you like 16 bucks. So it definitely is full coverage. But other than that, I mean, that's really all I have to say. What I'm going to do is when I play with it a little bit more, I'm going to comment in this video to update you guys on how it's been and how it's been wearing, because even though I wore it today, I want to go ahead and use it in a way in which I usually use foundation. You know, I want to do the whole nine. I'm gonna powder and all of that jazz, you know what I'm saying, and see how it works. Then in terms of when I use the primer, because I use the primer on this side and that side, the only difference that I see is that it is still you know, a lot more blurred on this side than this side, but that's going to be probably attributed to the primer, you know. But I know I look super juicy right now on camera, but that's because I'm hot. I'm serious. Like I'm just hot right now, and I'm glistening. I'm not perspiring, I'm glistening. So that's just from my natural aura of my body. Okay. In any event, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to watch this review. Again, I will update in the comments below as I continue to use a foundation, but I do recommend it for sure for the price. For you gals that really love full coverage, I think you guys are gonna like this. Until my next video, guys, bye bye now.